Now that I've identified the area that we're going to be looking at and modifying, I will then go over to the Modify My Watershed application as we just showed you before. And as you'll notice, the area will come up and it will be much larger. I've already told you about all of the menus here. I'm also now going to begin starting to do the modifications. So I'm a student, and my teachers have been telling me that the best thing we can do for hydrology is forest vegetation. So I'm going to take this entire area and I'm going to make it into forest, because of course that would make the environment much better. Okay, so I did that, and wow, look at that. The hydrology is fantastic, but at the same time, take a look at the social score. We really have completely decimated an entire area. So even though that's something that you can do in the application, it's not something that you necessarily want to do. The other thing I should tell you is occasionally the application gets a little quirky, and so sometimes it will go ahead and start working on its own. So right now I'm going to remove the forest because that's not a particularly good application to put there. The other thing I'm going to do, because that overlay is pretty dense, is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to make it a little bit less opaque. So now I'm going to go back to my progress. So here I am again, and I can begin to look at how I might want to change this area. And I can go in a little bit farther and move the application around. So I'm going to start right now by putting on a few green roofs. So here's a green roof, and here's a nice building that looks as though it might like a green roof. And again, sometimes it gets a little temperamental and it goes out, but I can always get back there again. So here's my green roof that I'm going to draw on here. So I've put on a green roof on one of the buildings. And it hasn't done very much yet. It looks pretty much the same as it did before because it's a fairly large area, so it's going to take more than one green roof to make it much better. So now I'm going to put porous paving in the parking area. So I'm going to go here. It doesn't seem... Okay. I'm going to go here and I'm going to start putting porous paving in the parking area. Okay, so I put in porous paving in that large parking area, and so that certainly has made a bit of a difference. I've gone from 1 inch of infiltration to 4 inches, so that's better. So now I can continue to do this by putting on more green roofs. Here's a very large area of the mall, and I'll put on a green roof on Bloomingdale's and the other areas that are here. And by doing this and continuing to go through the entire area, I will be able to make some differences in this particular development. I won't take the 15 minutes that it's likely to do to be able to put in all of the best management practices, but you can get an idea of what this is going to look like. So once you've decided that maybe you don't want a particular best management practice, you can go up and remove it, and that will tell you, first of all, what it is that that you removed or put in. If you go to the question mark, it will give you a list of the things that you implemented and the cost, the estimated cost. It will also give you a record of all of the changes that you made. So this is a way that you can teach students about best management practices and about land cover change.